All right, y'all. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the Son of Mashiach, who some call Yahweh Shai, Yeshua, Yehoshua. We mostly know as Jesus Christ. Um, just again, just talking about some of the beef and some of the stuff that's going on around Israel. And I seen this on Clubhouse. I might have just jumped in the group, but I'm not on Clubhouse much. When it first jumped off, I definitely signed up to everybody's group or whatever. But every now and then I'll get an invite now. I say, oh, let me just look in here and see what's going on. And the reason I really wasn't, moved by Clubhouse, and I really don't like it too much, is that we just have so much inner work to do within ourselves, that we can't be around each other. It's so much competition. It's so much pride. So much disrespect. It's so much hate, so much envy, that when you're putting different Israelites together in one room and trying to let them hash out certain doctrinal things, you asking for trouble. To be honest, you asking for somebody to get offended, to a degree. Again, because we just have just so much internally that we have not dealt with. I don't even know if we've started. Everything has been external. And that's where the change has been, externally. And we'll see a dialogue here between a couple camp leaders. It's about 5 or 6 camp leaders that are going to, I'm talking about, high official camp leaders within One West Israelism. All right. But we'll hear some of the dialogue that a lot of y'all don't see out there on their camps. And you may see if you're in these groups. If you're on Clubhouse, this is where they have these discussions. You can't really, I don't think you can record if you're in there. You can't screen record. It's something weird about it that, a lot of them feel more comfortable having those dialogues there than having the dialogues on YouTube. They'd rather have them there. It's almost like, we can have it here and nobody really know. Yeah. But within these rooms and stuff, there are women there also, which, you asking for trouble. Yeah, no. You gonna embarrass somebody or talk crazy to somebody in front of sisters and some of their peers. You asking for trouble, and I kind of knew that and kind of stayed away from it for the most part. But every now and then I catch, man, and I caught this dialogue. I'll share it with y'all.
Right? You know what you told me on the phone, brother, right? And I'm not even going to insult you, bro, because
again, it was an issue, and it done made it to the phone. 2 brothers from 2 different organizations. They're on the phone. They having a offense was made. They having a dialogue over the phone.
you know what I'm saying, or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get more built up in the spirit. So I'm not even.
All praises. Brother already knows, and I might have to do another lesson after this. I might have to be here all night tonight, man. Understanding the flesh, understanding your grips on the flesh. I need to be more built up to have this dialogue. I need to be more built up to get in a room and talk doctrine, amongst my peers, where, my children are watching me. My wife is watching me. Other women, other sisters are watching me. I may have to be built up in the spirit. I need more patience. I need more long suffering. You know, you have to examine yourself and know these things. He know, hey man, you know, man, I may mess around, cuss you out, I may slap you, bro. Like I can't be around that situation. And I think that's with all praise for that. Like I just caught that.
or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta get more built up in the spirit. So I'm not even going. I'm not even going to. I'm not going to do all that. When we had our conversation, brother, you told me you could not apologize because you felt in that moment that you stood on what you said, right? About saying that, we was all bitches or whatever.
Brother asks us for an apology for calling us B words or calling us hoes. He wants an apology, brother. Like, nah, I'ma stand on that. Cause I believe that. I believe you a hoe. Dude, like, where do we get to a point? How do I ever get to that point where I'm calling my brother a hoe? Like, I'm not gonna put myself in them dialogues. I'm not gonna put myself in those dialogues where I know I'm gonna mess around and get to the point where I'm just gonna say, man, you a hoe. Let me let it play, man. Let me let it come back.
That you stood on what you said, right? About saying that, we was all bitches or whatever. And I said, okay, cool. I can accept that if that's how you felt in that moment. That's what you told me. And I told all of everybody else in here exactly what you said. You also
Then the brother went back, told everybody, hey man, you know, he calling all the hoes.
said that you don't respect niggas who separate themselves from the source of their doctrine. That's what you said. That would be brothers like me, Joel, Corey, Mal Halal, etc.
And so this one of them situations where, hey, you know what, he pretty much, and this is what I was talking about. If you watched the video we did on, we was talking about Pastor Dow and Pastor Rufus. You know, it's ultimately like, oh, well, you left the original school. I don't respect none of y'all who left your foundational teaching. You know, like brothers are supposed to be around adulterers who are unrepented, or be around, uh, people who have fleeced the flock and are unrepented. Um, a lot of these things they don't happen because of doctrine. A lot of the breakups aren't because of doctrine. You know, very, very few times it's about doctrine.
And I don't respect that,
I,
right?
I
So I
asked you to,
spoke and I
I
said,
didn't
look,
ask you to stop doing that though, Q. I talked to you, Q.
Hold on, let me go back because other brothers don't want to get, I guess brother Q is trying to drag everybody else. So other brothers don't want to get dragged in. Like, nah, I don't want to get dragged in. I don't want to. And I understand that also. Um, but it's still weird. Still weird. Like me personally, if I know you called everybody a hoe that's not in your organization, um, I'm not finna kick the bobo with you, man. We can be cordial, we can salute, but I'm not finna kick the bobo with you, bruh. I just like, come on, man. It's something because I know it's something there with it. I don't want to be around you because internally you have a lot of work to do, and you thinking this thing about some organization. You thinking this thing is about some LLC, some 501c3 that you done put on some paper, that the name done changed 4-5 times. You think that holds some sort of importance.
Corey, Mal Halal, etc. And I don't respect that, right?
I
So I
asked you,
spoke and I
I
said,
didn't
look,
ask you to stop doing that though, Q. I talked to you, Q. I asked you to stop doing that.
And you want to put these things aside for unity's sake, but it ain't unity if it's weird. And when you're getting around those brothers and you feel weird and you feel some kind of way and y'all kind of like off to yourself, you done tried to go to their little function and then the group of y'all are It's just y'all grouped up, ain't nobody embracing you. Everybody clicked up, and y'all clicked up with you might as well just stay at the house. You know it was weird.
Now, hold on.
And really, that's just your spirit telling you, man, what you doing? Come on, man, we ain't supposed to be here. But, you know, you want the photo op. You want to put it on social media. Hey, man, you know what, man, we click that. And y'all can't even have a dialogue. Y'all can't even have a dialogue.
Telling the truth,
You
bro.
can make
I'm
your
telling the truth.
you
I'm
don't
telling the truth.
you don't personally know
I
my
did.
relationship with Zabak. You don't understand it.
I didn't say that I did, Elder. That's not what I said.
So I asked politely that you don't do that because it's not necessary for you to make the point you're trying to make. Don't do that. Just
And I don't know what my brother is saying here. Like, you know, if he's saying anybody that left, are you trying to validate? Like, well, listen, he not talking to me. I'm not a hoe because I still follow my elder. And it's like, no, man, what him saying that is a problem. That's an issue. And then on top of it, he's not going to apologize. Brothers ask him to apologize about it, and he don't want to apologize about it. And somehow you think you finna convince these folks, which I do agree. You know, I'm on the side of ISUPK that we're in the New Testament. Doctrinally, I agree with them, but you still trying to hold on to this debate or this dialogue that y'all having amongst this offense and pushing the offense to the side so that the conversation can be had. And maybe that was the right thing to do. Not saying it's the wrong thing to do, but I'm just reacting to the video, y'all. Nothing personal, you know. It's nothing personal, but this is what y'all putting out here.
stand on what you stand on, but don't do that. You don't know what you're saying when you say that, because I have peace with these brothers, and I intend to keep that.
Joel, he don't get it because he don't even get what I told him that day, which is why he's butchering all of it. And this is what's crazy, right? Because when we had that conversation, you said it's peace and we can move forward. You were like, hey, you could come in the room, all that, XYZ. And you ain't say nothing about no static after that. Because when I talked to you and this is what's crazy, when I talked.
And he's like, you know, a lot of times brothers have to let that go. You said you weren't going to apologize. What we supposed to do after that? It's either I slap you or I let it go. Ain't really nothing else after that. You just got to let it go. But I guess he's saying, hey, man, you said it was peace. But initially this thing came about because he came in the room and they kicked him off. They didn't want him in their room because he had done said that, you know, he had made that statement about, you know, anybody who done left the original foundational teachings, I don't respect them.
To you in that moment, you agreed with me. I said I made a general statement. And I said, in that general statement just so happened to fit you because Hit Dogs Holler. And I asked you, I said, did you hear the breakdown? You said no. I said, so was it wise to speak on the breakdown if you didn't hear it? You said no. I said, well, to me, is a very hoish thing. I said it's gossip. I said, if you speak on something without knowing it, and now you're running around publicly, you're gossiping. I said, that's what hoes do. And you said, you know what? I agree with you on that. It's wrong to do that. I said, well, that was my issue. My issue was people were speaking on something without actually viewing it. And you agreed with me in that moment. So I don't even know what your issue is.
Brother, let's be honest, bro.
Hey, y'all might need you know, in the scriptures it say, I got it down, y'all. In the scriptures it say, like, if y'all can't agree, go 2 or 3. We do want to get back to the build. If it's something where y'all need a judgment in the matter, we can always do so. It definitely sounds like y'all haven't heard each other, and we don't want to take away from the build. I just would like for Kadazad not to get moved down again, or y'all can move me down and we could just leave. But if we're gonna be professional and not emotional, let Tally and Triller get back to the build on are we in the New Testament after I done already smoked y'all already.
Hey man,
So we're gonna get
y'all
the
gonna
Triller.
do what y'all want to do anyway. Y'all handle y'all business, bro.
It's all
No
good.
problem.
Look,
So we're gonna get back to the build. So we're gonna
I
get back.
peep people behavior, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey
Go.
Q,
I
hey,
offer a
hey
Q.
Q,
I offer count. And this is Jesus Christ.
now I think Brother Q should have took the council. I think maybe the council still up. Maybe they took, because this was I don't know when I record. It might have been about a month ago. And maybe Brother Q took the council from his leader and the other side's leader. You know, that's the next step. All right, it isn't a personal offense, so that is the next step. So I agree with Captain Cesario with that. And Daniela, Priest Daniela from HODC, from the House of David. In in the House of David in the ISUPK, it's smoke there. You know, it's weird. I know brothers be kicking the bobo hanging together, but you know, some of them elders, the elder Yum Yum, and you not finna see that elder Ben Yum Yum and General Yohana kicking the bobo, man. You ain't finna see that, man. I don't even think they can have no dialogues the way I've seen some of that stuff that, you know, that we've seen, that we've gleaned from in those videos when we did on the history. So there's definitely a little static there, but Priest Daniela, who's the elder there, he is like that connection to those people, just as Captain Tazariak is the connection. So they'll send those two out, and they can have the connection and gather the information, so forth, and try to, you know, dialogue between the two organizations. But those elders will not.
Q, I need you to talk to me, bro. Just allow the conversation generally to happen. If you have any issues, Q, reach out to me. We'll talk, please. I just want.
And that's the thing, Brother Q is hurt, and he's hurt by certain behavior that he holds back for himself. Initially, he said, "Hey, you know, I'm not trying to get. I know I need to be built up in the spirit. I ain't trying to go there." And he's having to mortify that in real time, while another brother he feels is unrepented. Whether that's how he feels. You know what I'm saying? This how Q feels. Not to say that Captain Katazar is in the wrong. We just, both these stories, we don't really know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? But they'll have they sit down or whatever, and hash out the details. But what we do know is that brother's offended. He asked for an apology. The apology was denied. I'm standing on what I said. You probably didn't understand what I said. But for me, and he's just speculating and opinionating, you should never have to call nobody no hoe. But you can say it's, I guess you can say, hey man, you know what, you acting like a girl, man. You acting a little hoish when you do something like that. What it will. This depends on the climate and how you saying it, and who you saying it to. What it will. I've said it to somebody before, and it was in a rebuking situation, man. You acting like a female, man. And it wasn't taken well. It wasn't taken well, and I probably shouldn't have said it. I probably shouldn't have said it. I should have said it a different way. Woo. But I don't know. Again, I just know I did say that. And the brother was offended by that. Like he rehearsed that to other people. Man, that brother said I was acting like a I know darn well. But anyway.
Conversation that we were having to happen for now. Okay. I understand. But I'm asking you for me. I'm asking you for me. You respect me.
Yo, Priest Daniela, I'm gonna respect your request, and I'm gonna stay on mute. And I want to apologize, say Salaki to Elder Yawal. I shouldn't have brought that up. You know what I'm saying?
I want you, not with all everybody else. Everybody else has an
Just hit me up in
issue
the back, bro.
with UPK.
It's
With
okay.
UPK, everybody else has an issue with UPK. I'm gonna be the mediator because I deal with Yak, I deal with
Right.
Kataza, I deal
He's
with
gonna be the
y'all.
mediator of
Anybody else
this
has an
testament.
issue? Y'all
Yo,
talk to me. We want to deal with this behind the scenes, please. I'm asking everybody. Let's just get back to the conversation, please. For now, I'm asking y'all for respect for me. I don't ask often. I don't pull rank often. I don't ask y'all often. It's the one time I ask y'all, please. If there's issues, y'all reach out to me. We'll do this behind the scenes. I'll talk to Yak. I'll talk to Kadazal. I'll talk to y'all. Please, for now, let's just get back to the conversation. Please.
Hey, how many covenants are the children of Israel under?
Wait, Gadar. Don't
That's
try
a
to
good
switch it up.
question, Gadal, but hold it.
Yep, don't switch it up, right? So what I was bringing out real quick, right? Let me get back to cutting these brothers up, right?
And so that's pretty much the end of, and that's why I say I feel like Clubhouse is just a toxic place, man. It's a toxic place, and it'll just show us where and it may be good too. Where it'll show you where you need work. I've heard some dialogues in here where Bruise are saying things going at Bruise like you know way worse than YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Talking like, we talk used to, or we should have used to talk on the streets. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't be in a place that where it's gonna rile you up like that. You have to know it's finna rile you up like that, and you need to be mindful. You need to be mindful of that, and keep those things in mind. You don't want to, you know, put yourself in a place where you're gonna offend your brother, and then you're gonna be standing on it, and then like you ain't gonna apologize. You ain't got to the point where you ain't even finna apologize for it, bro. Like even if you took, what's an apology, bro? If I offended you, man, my bad, bro. I wasn't trying to offend you. Wasn't trying to offend you. And if I misheard you and I misunderstood, I apologize for jumping to that conclusion. I should have asked you about what you were saying initially, da 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 da, and so I wouldn't have got offended. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you can gang your brother, but this ain't a place. Clubhouse ain't a place to gang your brother, in my opinion. But I pray this thing was edifying. Y'all be blessed. We'll see y'all on the next one. Shalom.